Greetings. I'd like to share with you a reading from the Gospel of John, chapter 13, verses 1 through 11. Hear the word of the Lord. Let God's Spirit speak. Now before the festival of the Passover, Jesus knew that his hour had come to depart from this world and to go to the Father. Having loved his own who were in the world, he loved them to the end. The devil had already decided that Judas, son of Simon Iscariot, would betray Jesus. And during supper, Jesus, knowing that the Father had given all things into his hands, and that he had come from God and was going to God, got up from supper, took off his outer robe, and tied a towel around himself. Then he poured water into a basin and began to wash the disciples' feet and to wipe them with the towel that was tied around him. He came to Simon Peter, who said to him, "Lord, are you going to wash my feet?" Jesus answered, "You do not know what I am doing, but later you will understand." Peter said to him, "You will never wash my feet." Jesus answered, "Unless I wash you, you have no share with me." Simon Peter said to him, "Lord, not my feet only, but also my hands and my head." Jesus said to him, "One who is bathed does not need to wash, except for the feet, but is entirely clean. And you are clean, though not all of you." For he knew who was to betray him. For this reason he said, "Not all of you are clean." The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. Jesus here, of course, this is a scene from the Last Supper, where he gets up from the table and washes the disciples' feet. It is an act of compassion, love, and service. Jesus wants to share with them these gifts on this last evening that he is with them, with the hope that this will instill the same in them from here on out. Of course, when it comes to Peter, and Peter is one of the closest disciples, one of the closest friends that Jesus has in that circle. He says to him, "Lord, I don't want you to have to do that. I really don't. Not my feet. I'll wash them myself." And he lets Peter know that he's trying to make a very different point. It's much more than just the physical cleaning of the feet that he's talking about. He's saying, "Peter, if you're all in with me, then you let me wash your feet." And Peter, following me, being all in with me, this allows me to wash not only your feet, but your heart, your mind, your soul. You see, it's not just the feet that we use to walk around on this earth to make our way through it. It's also our heart, our mind, our soul, that inner part of who we are. It travels and sets off in the map before us. Peter here is very willing. He says, "Lord, not only my feet, but also the rest of me." And Jesus already knows that Peter's all in with him, that Peter is a disciple, that he is a follower of Jesus, and he relies upon Jesus for his salvation, for his all in all. You and I, we walk through this world like Peter did. And we are Christ's disciples. We follow him. We rely upon him for our salvation. We rely upon him each and every day for all the blessings that we receive and for strength to get through our trials and tribulations and difficulties. We find this in Jesus Christ. But like Peter, sometimes their feet do get dirty. We're not perfect. We fall prey to sin. We fall prey to grouchy and angry moods. We get frustrated over things and blame other people for problems that perhaps we've caused ourselves. We do this thing called sin. We're all in with Jesus, but from time to time we need him to wash our feet, to wash our hearts, our minds, our souls, our inner being. We need to have his word, his love and his kindness set us straight. When we open ourselves up to that, when we open ourselves up to having our feet washed, we get on the right path once again. That Christ is here to walk alongside of us, to help wash our feet from time to time, and keep us on the right path for God's sake, for Christ's sake, and for our sake. Lord bless you and keep you. Amen.